Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of the Red Devils Corner Kick podcast, a fan podcast dedicated to Manchester United Football Club. As always, like, subscribe, follow, whether you're following on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube. And you can follow on social media, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, or X. I hope everyone enjoyed their weekend. I do apologize for not doing an episode yesterday, and I do apologize for not catching up more on the women's squad as well. Tonight, unfortunately, I'll just be talking about the matchup tomorrow, our second last matchup, and then Thursday I'll be back catching up on some transfers, talk about the women's squad, as well as preview the Amarim Bowl, or it's not the Amarim Bowl, the Amarim Derby on Saturday as well. So again, I hope everyone did enjoy their weekend. I hope everyone's still recovering from the match on Saturday. I know a lot of things have come up from the weekend as well. I know there's a lot of talk about the Fletcher brothers. I know I made a comment. Listen, I don't want any players leaving the club. I don't. They're still young and developing. I did mention one thing is I want them earning their spot based on who they are, the players. I don't want them being spun around because of legacy, nepotism. Don't get me wrong, I know what their father did for the club, but I want them to make sure that they're making them their name for themselves and they're earning the spot. I don't want Ineos spinning these kids for their own gain, for Ineos's gain, to try and blind the fan base. I don't want them using players like that. That is my only concern in that regards. Listen, I want them to play. I want them to earn their spots. I just don't want them being used as marketing tools and having their progress being hindered because of that. So listen, I don't want any kids being forced out of this club. I think they all have a right. I've spoken about how Harry Moss should stay. I want Lacey to stay and get his time in as well. There's plenty of players there. We have done a not such a great job developing our youth because we've seen it before. So like Cheeto Obi needs to get his development in. Again, the Fletcher brothers still need time to develop. So we did see some of the news again. Like I do expect them to be hanging around the first team this season. I do. I'm sure I'm not the only one thinking of that. They will be around the first team because we haven't addressed any depth. They haven't built anything. So it's just a matter of how things are going to be developing. So, but yeah, I did see that on Saturday after the game. Listen, not everyone was great in that game. I did my post game already. And listen, not everyone was perfect. Not everyone was good. We saw ups and downs. We saw some good things. We saw some bad things. Like our players that we expect to be starters day one haven't been playing well. So, like, we're looking for replacements for a reason. So, but yeah. But tomorrow is an important match. It is the second last match of the preseason. Why do I say it's important? Because we need to start getting our starters in. We need to start seeing more. And it does hurt the youngsters. I don't expect JJ or Thwaites to get in. I don't expect them to be playing tomorrow. Lacey, Hamas should probably be getting extra minutes. Lacey, you hope gets more. You may see him potentially start, but I don't think we're going to. I think with the return of Cunha, I think with the return of Rashford, well, we won't see Rashford. We probably won't see Manu tomorrow. They'll probably be there on Saturday. Licha will probably be there on Saturday as they just return to training. We'll definitely see Cunha. We'll see Bruno Moore get more minutes. Tielemans get more minutes. We'll see Lemens getting time in as well. So, and then Mount won't be playing tomorrow. That's officially been made. Obviously, the injury concern. So, and that's another story. This is basically why the spin is like why we're having so much, because there is talks of Kone coming back. There is talks of Adam Wharton, conversations happening. So those are two midfields that are being brought up. all due to that concern. It did look like he got stepped on, but you never know until you get the treatment and get the checkups. So we'll see what happens. We don't know the delay, but he was taken off for precaution, and then now he's out today. So there is concern. There is, but at the end of the day, too, I did mention this. This type of week is the perfect example of a rotation. Why? Because we have a game midweek. We just played last Saturday, and we're aiming to play this Saturday. We're going to be experiencing this a few times this season, whether it's league games, FA Cup, EFL. Like, we're going to be in Champions League. We're going to be experiencing that. So Prem, Champions League, EFL, FA Cup. We're going to be seeing those types of games this week. And this is the perfect time for rotation. And listen, I think tomorrow the starters are going to be Cunha and Mbuemo and Diallo, probably on the attack. Sesko could be aiming to be coming back too, but he'll probably come off the bench. Bruno should be starting. Everyone wants to see the Tielemans-Santos combo together. I think I do as well. And with Mason Mount being injured, we'll see that there. Mainu could feature tomorrow, but he'll probably be coming off the bench. Rashford will probably be coming off the bench too if he's there. So, but yeah, I think that's what's going on. You're going to see more starters tomorrow, and we kind of need to have that there. We're 10 days away from Hull City. We need to have this game prepared. We need players fit, because after Saturday, it's a week off. It's a week to recuperate, get yourselves ready, prepared for that opening game. So we have to make sure we're 100% go for tomorrow. Like, we have to make sure that the players are good. So this is an important match. It's a Premier League team that we're going to see during the season. As much as I know the hype and everything with the history and all that stuff, but it's an important match tomorrow for the game, because we need to make sure our tactics are there. Like, don't get me wrong, they know how we're going to play. They know how it is. They know nothing's going to change from last season. But they have to look at getting players into right positions, strength and conditioning, improve the intensity. The back four has to be worked on. Mateus, still, I know he's back in training. We won't see him for the rest of the preseason, so I don't think he's not coming back until October. Well, at least I would say at least after the international break. And I mentioned before too, it's important for him to make sure that he's properly rehabilitated, because a back injury can be troubling. It can, and I've mentioned it before. So, but I think for tomorrow, we have to see a few things. We have to see how they're starting. We have to see how the movement's going, how the attack's going to go. And Mbuemo has been great. Let's not take it away. Santos has been great too. We know those guys are going to be starters day one, or making impacts as well. So we'll see Santos in tomorrow. We'll see Mbuemo in tomorrow. Question is, will we see Mbuemo up at the striker, out on the wing, so on and so forth. We'll see how Carrick wants to do it. Knowing him, he's probably going to be planning for opening day as the front three of Cunha, Mbuemo, and possibly Amad Diallo. Realistically, I don't think that's how he should be going, but I do want to see what Sesko can do. Hopefully Saturday, hopefully tomorrow he gets his minutes, and then Saturday as well. Because again, we're 10 days away from Hull City. This game is vital. As much as the other preseason games are there. And yes, I have mentioned that victories and losses, it's not really in the back of my mind. It isn't. I'm not really focused on those. Performance, like, we have to see performance. We have to see movement. Like, I don't care about if we lost 2-1 or 3-0. If we're seeing something there from our starters that we need to see, we're seeing proper movement, then that's perfectly fine. Leeds will bring pressure. We know the history between the two clubs. We know that they're going to probably have more of their starting lineup here. It's the tail end of the preseason, so starters should be getting in more minutes. You will be treating this like a proper match. This week should be treated as a proper week, to say the least, rotation. So we may see Santos tomorrow starting. We may not. It is hard to say, because again, or you may see one of the Fletcher brothers play. We may see Lacey come in. Maybe Bruno drops to a certain spot, but Mainu maybe ready to go. He just came back. Leach won't be there tomorrow. Rashford may be there in the bench, but Tielemans will start. Santos, if he is fit, he did. How much time did you get last game? Let me just check. That's the one thing too, right? I kind of want to look at Santos's minutes. Can I get Santos's? Let me just check what he did last game. That's the main thing. Squad history. Where is the schedule? Transfer history news. What's going on? Table. Squad transfers. Is my Okay, where are the fixtures? No, because I'm okay. Yeah, PSG. Sorry, technical issues. Santos played 64 minutes last week, so we could see him starting tomorrow. Chances are we probably will. I think fans are really hyping up to see what that combo is of Santos and Tielemans tomorrow. So I think we're all looking forward to it. But Luke Shaw may be there. We definitely will see Aiden Heaven again. Probably Lenny Euro get some more time. Harry Maguire played the full 90 last week. Yeah, only 2 played the full 90 last week. Lacey played and Maguire played. Shaw got subbed off. Heaven got subbed off. Obviously, Mount. So, yeah. So chances are we'll probably see the same similar start. Maybe more of a rotation, but like I mentioned, we'll probably see. Yeah, with Lacey getting so many more minutes last Saturday, we may see Bruno back. We'll see Bruno back in the 10. I'd like to see Dorgu out on the wing, but he'll probably come on as a sub. Or not Dorgu, Cunha. Dorgu may start again. Rashford, we may see some time, but I think Tielemans and Santos will be starting tomorrow. Shaw may get some time. It's hard to say. So I think he was taken off at the 64th minute. He's not dealing with any injuries, is he? Not that I've seen. But chances are for rotational pieces, we'll probably see Delo and Mazraoui start together. Harry Moss should potentially get a start as well. So we'll see. So we may see the Fletcher brothers coming in. Yeah, it's really difficult to see how it's going to go, but you'll see more of our regular starters tomorrow, and you should see the same about for Leeds as well. So what do I expect for the match tomorrow? I do expect be a little bit more physical, more of a treating of an actual rehearsal of an actual match. Preparing both selves, because again, we both play in 10 days, like I keep mentioning. Let me just check to see when Leeds' next match is. Come on, Leeds. Leeds plays Forest on the Saturday. So, yeah, we're both going to be getting ourselves prepared. So both of us, this will be both of like a full-on, possibly treated dress rehearsal, especially with rotation, and then the Emirates Derby, it would be happening on the Saturday. So, but yeah, a lot of things to see tomorrow. Again, I would say see more of the youth, but I think tomorrow, because since we're so close to the season, we have to see more of the starters. perspective, getting time in for fitness. As much as I know we're playing Hull City, Ipswich, Everton, and everyone keeps talking about it. Plus, we're going to have a Champions League match, and we're going to have a match against City. So we are going to have our challenges in that. This week is a perfect preparation week for what we're going to be seeing in a month in September. Less than a month, possibly. So we need to start getting prepared for that too. So, but no, a lot of things to look at. A lot of good things I want to look at tomorrow. I want to see the movement. I want to see what Sesko is going to be like tomorrow. Hopefully he gets minutes in. I really don't want to see Mbuemo starting at the striker, but at one point I want to see the Cunha, Mbuemo, and Sesko up front attack. I do want to see Bruno with Tielemans and Santos, see how those three work. If Manu is fit and prepared, I do want to see what he can do pairing up with either Santos or Tielemans. The back four, I like to see more of Mazraoui. Delo, we know. Harry Massa would like to see some more time tomorrow as well, especially now that we're playing a Premier League team that we're going to be facing this season. This is a perfect game for Lacey and Mama, so we need to get them ready to go. And then obviously Harry Maguire, but Lenny Yoro should get some minutes in. We won't be seeing Licha until Saturday. Just trying to think who else. Obviously Delit, it won't be ready for preseason. We're not going to see him until possibly before probably the end of after the international break. He will have that time, but the fact that he was on grass and doing first team training today, which is good. It is beneficial to have him back, so we're slowly getting there. We still need a left or a right back for the depth as well. But if not, Harry and Moss should be put into that. And also, if anything, if they're not looking at another back, you have to get Dorgu in and get minutes in at that back situation. Have Mazraoui and Dorgu either left or have either one of them left or right. Then the wings there, because you're going to have Rashford there. So either they're not seeing Dorgu as a proper left back or right back or a winger, which I don't think it's right. I think he is a threat. He just needs time to develop. So they need to give him that time. I think tomorrow would probably be the best bet, or even Saturday. And then, and then we're just hoping that for Mount is healthy, that Shaw is going to be ready to go for the opening season. So we're going to see rotation tomorrow, but I think you should be doing this as a full dress rehearsal for the season. And then another full dress rehearsal on Saturday when playing Amram. You're going to have all your full starters there as well. But we have to see how everyone plays tomorrow. I know it's not going to be our full 11, but Carrick is going to have to work on chemistry, developing Santos, whether he's earned his spot, whether he's playing through preseason. Like, we have to see how he does today. Again, Tielemans has the experience. Santos has played in the Prem, but he has to give him, you have to look at the timing and the youth, and with him and Tielemans together. And Tielemans does like to go forward. He likes to make that forward progression, which works well with Bruno. And and so working on that attack. So that's the one thing too. The link up with Tielemans to Bruno to whoever the front three is between Mbuemo, Diallo, and also Cunha as well. So we're probably going to look at them starting too. So a lot of things to work on, a lot of rotation, but this is a proper dress rehearsal for the season. So, but if I were to do a prediction for the lineup, Mbuemo, Cunha, Diallo as your front three, Bruno, Tielemans, Santos as your mid, and then you know what? If we're properly rotating, and you have to give Amos a start, Evan, Maguire, and then I would go with Mazraoui. But if it's not Amos, Mazraoui and Delo as your two backs, your left and your right back. So I'm going to leave it there. Just a very short episode. So but I will be back tomorrow with the post game, talking about that. Thursday with an episode, catching up on the women's squad, talking about transfers. I know there's a few things going on, but as of right now, just rumors. Not Argentina, our Arsenal offering up Lewis Skelly, and then the Kone talks again, because again, the due date was supposed to be July 31st, and they were going to move on. Adam Wharton talks have been, or the idea of United going back towards Adam Wharton is there as well. So if any of that changes, we'll see on Thursday with that. If anything does mention tomorrow in the post game, I'll talk about it too. So, but no, yeah, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow after the match. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, follow, whether you're listening through Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube. And don't forget to follow on social media, Instagram, TikTok, or X. Excuse me. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy the match tomorrow as well. This is the Red Devils Corner Kick Podcast. Glory, glory, Man United.